What if the armies of the Lord picked up and
Hi
dusted?
there. My name is Peter Tuning. I'm pastor at Ebenezer Christian Reformed Church in Duluth. I've been asked to speak at the prayer summit that's coming up. And what I'm really wanting to talk about is the whole notion of prayer. Does it make a difference? Many Christians struggle with the idea that we know we're supposed to do it, we're supposed to pray, and yet when crisis has come in our families and in our lives, we can be praying, and sometimes we see results, and many times we don't. Not the way we would like. And then there's the other question about, what about the little things? I mean, if God knows all, and He's going to do whatever He wants according to His will, does prayer really make a difference? That's a question, again, as Christians we struggle with. I believe it was John Orberg that said, I have no problem with God's almightiness, but His sovereignty is the thing that drives me crazy. Knowing God's will, what is His plan? And when it comes to the little things in life, really, does God care about these things? We lose something, or something happens that is insignificance according to the world. Do we offer them as prayers that are going to make a difference to God? Well, these are the things that we're going to be looking at, and you'd be delightfully surprised at how deeply God cares and how He answers every prayer, specifically perhaps the way we would want it, but He does answer. So we look forward to seeing you as we gather together on January 5th for our prayer summit.
Lord, hear my prayer is the theme of our prayer summit. This prayer is found especially in the Psalms, often in the context of distress, enduring, and need for help. This fervent petition arises still today from every heart that follows after Christ. For God not only exists, He cares.
Bill Tuninga will be talking about what Scripture teaches about some of the hindrances to prayer. In particular, he'll be sharing from his own experience about some of the distractions that he's faced and how he's learned to overcome them.
Prayer Summit was a very moving experience for both of us. We went to California.
Yeah, there was testimonials that actually really linked into what was going on in our life as far as a lot of change. And the whole thing of, is God there, and is He busy in our lives, and are we accepting what He's up to in our lives? And it kind of gave you a feeling like, yeah, it was kind of okay not to be always happy with God, but you needed to turn back to Him and talk to Him again. So it was, for ourselves, we went through kind of a real awakening time, but at the same time, we knew God was busy in our lives. It just became a time when you could really focus on it.
Yeah, slowing down and spending reflective time with the Lord was definitely assuring for myself, and I know many others. We went into small groups in worship services and prayed together, and it was quite a profound experience of sharing the joys and sorrows and the situations, and just lifting them up to God together. It was a very bonding and healing experience.
Yeah, and I think it's changed the way that I view prayer in a way that it's much more related to God, and as far as the outcomes, I'm way more receptive to whatever happens than to what I wanted to happen before in my life. So God speaks miraculously, but I guess it's because our hearts were open towards it at the time.
I think that's the big thing for me, is going and spending that time opened up my heart, my soul, my mind to Him more. And as a result, one of the things I just got a sense of His healing power was so much bigger than myself, much bigger than any of us could imagine as we joined together in prayer. It was just healing words, healing ideas, Spirit-filled ideas in many areas.
And they created awareness of things that needed to be prayed for, and we aimed specifically at certain things. We also got a time to go out. In my case, we did prayer in the neighborhood, and just prayed upon all the houses and stuff that we came across, not knowing anything or the needs. So we just know that God is needed within our society, and we wanted to pray onto that neighborhood and see if we could make a difference. So, and we know God can make a difference, so that's important to us.
At this prayer summit, there will be testimonials, praise and worship, prayer, and different speakers throughout the day.
Michelle Cool will be speaking about our relationship to God through prayer. As with all relationships, our relationship with God requires our presence and the knowledge of God's presence. Using the prayer of Psalm 57, we will together be awakened to the one who has already begun the conversation.
We're really looking forward to devoting this day together as believers as we come together to pray.